Tonight on A New Breed of Golf, we're fixing everything. We're fixing your swing, we're fixing your mind, and we're fixing the moneymaker. Let's do this! Welcome to A New Breed of Golf. I'm Michael Breed. So glad you could join me back in the studio again. We've got a new segment for you. We're calling Fix My Swing. This is when you're going to send me a video, not just of the golf swing, but we want to see your face. You don't have to get dressed up here like Greg, but I want to see your face. I want you telling me, hey, this is what I've got going on. This is what I've got going on. So you're going to hashtag Fix My Swing, send these videos to me, and then I'm going to get a chance to get you on the show and help you with your swing. Let's see what Greg's got going on.
Hey Mike and Greg, hope all's well. This is Greg Brescia. I wanted to send you my video of my swing to help me drive through the ball better. I'm losing a little bit of distance when I'm coming through, as I think I'm coming high and up, and I just need to drive through the ball, I believe. But if any help you can give me would be great. Thanks.
All right, wonderful. So we're struggling with a little bit. It's high and up. He's kind of coming up out of the shot. That ball's going up into the air. There's a lot of things, and he's not able to drive through. Why is he not able to drive through? Well, we got to figure that out. So let's see what's causing Greg not to be able to drive through. He's got some good music going on here, so I would think he would be able to drive through, but here's what's going on. Look at when he gets set up here. Setup position looks really good. I would say that right-hand grip may be looking just a little bit on the weak side. It's a little bit on top here, but when he starts to take the club back, watch how much forearm rotation he's getting right here. And he starts spinning the club face really open, so that wrist right there starts to spin. And now when it's spinning and he gets to the top, two things happen. One, right here, is the angle that he has in this wrist. It's in a cupped position. And two, the club face is hanging down. Now, what we want out of that club face is, see this angle of the forearm here? I want the club face to be at that same angle. And obviously, what you can tell is they're not at the same angle, and that's because he rolled it early. So now what happens? When he starts to come down, he does a beautiful job setting some power in the downswing. But now, because he's starting to take this club and roll it back to square, he's going to start to back out of that shot. And underneath, look at how much his body hasn't rotated, and he's trying to spin that face. You can see how active the arms and hands are right there. And so we're getting a little bit of a problem. So what do we have to do? We've got to solve this face situation. So let's just talk about what we've got going on with this face, and I'll show you the problem. When you take this club and you start to roll this face open right here, you roll it open. Am I green there, Greg, by the way? Okay. When you roll it open, what happens is that you start to hang the toe and you start to cup the wrist. So we look in that position right there, and you can see how this club face is not parallel to this forearm. We want that club face to be parallel to the forearm. And when I do that, you can see what happens to my wrist there. So what we want to do is we want to teach our wrist to get into the proper position. If I take this club face and I take this forearm and I rotate this open just like this, so I'm going to go here. Now what happens when I hit that shot is you can see it spinning off to the right-hand side. Come on up to the front here, and I'm going to show you what happens in all these situations. The first thing that happens is the following. One, we launch the ball out to the right, 1.6 degrees. That's because that club face is a little bit open. Two, most importantly, we start getting a side spin of over 1,000 to the right. So when we start getting a lot of side spin, that's curve. And then the final thing is, look at the backspin number. So I'm getting a lot of backspin. I'm getting a lot of side spin, which is, I lose distance. 230 yards, not good. What do we need to do? We need to take care of making sure that we get that wrist position in the position that we want. And when we get that wrist position in the position that we want, all of a sudden we're going to win. Now, how are we going to do that? All you need is a gear tie. You're going to wrap this gear tie around the club shaft just like this. And when you wrap it around, what I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to, and I set that gear tie so that it parallels that face. What I don't want to do is take the gear tie and point it back to camera 1. I want to make sure the gear tie is facing over here to camera 2, just like this. So I rehearse this feeling just like that. Now, the beauty of the gear tie is that I can hit a ball with it. It's not going to harm the shaft. It's not going to harm you. So I'm going to put this in here just like this. Am I green there, Greg? Okay, all set. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that when I take this back, that gear tie is pointing over there to camera 2. And now watch what's going to happen is when we get to there, now we go up to there. Now my wrist looks like it's in a good position. The face is really, really good. This ball should start a little bit more down the center and might even have a draw. So there it is down the center. Oh, it didn't draw at all, but it's going right at my target. Yeah, hit it. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Now, come on up here and let's see what happened, the difference with all this stuff. This is fantastic. So let's talk about the horizontal launch. Remember, we were 1.6 out to the right. Now, all of a sudden, that's pretty square there, so excellent. We come in here, my side spin number, 35R. So I changed that. Remember, it was over 1,000 to the right. This is 35 to the left. So I got that club face in the position that I want. And ultimately, I lessened the backspin from that 4,000 number into 2370. And what do I get? I get a shot that goes 239 yards. And it would have gone farther had it not hit the basket. So I got that straight. So that's what I want you to pay attention to. Make sure you get control of that club face. And Greg, what's going to happen for you is you'll get control. You get a really good wrist position, and ultimately, you're going to get rid of that fade. You'll be able to drive through the ball nicely, and you're going to hit it farther. Now, when we come back, I've got another new segment that we've got lined up for you. It's going to be really, really fun. You don't want to go anywhere. We'll be back. Back on a new breed of golf. So excited to introduce you to a new segment that we're calling Not My Swing. This is the part of the show where I'm helping you with everything except the golf swing. You've got something that's you're not so sure about, maybe it's a dilemma, whatever it is, you're going to send it to us in a video form, hashtag Not My Swing. We're going to look at some of these and we'll talk about them. It's a really fun part of the show. I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Our first one's coming to us from Pat.
I'm running late to my tee time. Should I call ahead or should I just show up?
Pat, you know what the big problem is here? What are you doing sending a video and driving at the same time? You know the law. That's a violation. Stop it. All right, let's go to the next one. This is George.
Hey Michael, this year's annual golf trip with all my buddies is the same weekend as my son's elementary school graduation. What should I do?
I totally understand this dilemma, George. You don't know whether to go out and have fun for yourself, play, or go there and be there for your son's graduation there from elementary school. So here's what I would tell you. It's elementary school. He's going to graduate from high school. He's going to graduate from college. And by the way, college, you're more vested in. Go play. Don't worry about it. Golly.
Hey, Michael.
Kenton.
Take it to the U.S. Open. Do I take my dad, who's never been, or my wife, who just got into golf?
Well, here's what I would tell you. First of all, what is your dad thinking about? He only had 35 years to get to the U.S. Open. What's going on with that? Here's what I tell you to do. You know what? Give the tickets to both of them and you stay home. They'll have a better time. Let's go over to Ohan.
Michael, my girlfriend wants to get me something for my birthday. Do I ask for a driver or a putter?
Ohan, you know what? You got a bigger problem than whether you want a driver or a putter. You know what you need? You need a damn razor. Look at that face. You got to shave that. Damn it. What are you thinking about, Ohan? You think that's sexy? That's not sexy. That's disturbing. All right, listen, I want to thank you so much for watching New Breed of Golf. Get those videos to us. You can tell we're having a great time with it. Enjoy it. Remember, hashtag Not My Swing. Thanks so much for watching New Breed of Golf. I'm Michael Breed. We'll see you next time.